the professional old school fighters in the corner there. Billy Joe Saunders sat at the front on the left-hand side, Badu Jackson on the right. You've got them, everybody stood there as if to say, what has happened here? How has this gone on?
And I'm really looking forward to
boys, step round here because I want
to
to show you Matt in his shades and Johnny in his shades. But you have been working pretty hard this week as well, haven't you?
Absolutely. haven't stopped.
Haven't stopped. I was with KSI and Logan Paul this morning, Billy Joe Saunders as well. I was telling the YouTube boys that, you know, Billy's sort of just keeping himself to himself. He's so focused on stealing the show tomorrow.
Yeah, they are. And you know what? You're looking at these boys, conditioning-wise, it's unbelievable. And so when these guys get on stage, you will see how much heart, how much work they've put in. It'll be a massive teller and a massive indicator, to me, as how this fight could possibly go. I just want to see when they get on the scale. What I saw in the first place when in the press conference, I thought Logan Paul looked in great condition. That was just in his jumper. Let's him strip off, and that'll tell me if these boys concentrated and worked for this fight.
Yeah, I mean, Adam, you mentioned Billy Joe Saunders there, and this is a huge opportunity for Billy Joe Saunders.
Boys, conditioning-wise, it's unbelievable. And so when these guys get on stage, you will see how much heart, how much work they.
To go out there, win the fight, but also look $1 million, do the business, and strengthen his chances of getting that Canelo fight, which is, you know, that's the golden ticket in boxing. Mayweather was the fight that everyone wanted. Now Canelo is that man, and Billy Joe Saunders, undefeated, two-weight world champion, poses a massive threat to Canelo, as in he brings something new. He's a slick, tricky southpaw. He can box as good as anyone, and you know, Canelo, he's the man. But Billy Joe, if he puts on a really strong performance on Saturday night, there's every chance that he will get that Canelo fight, Cinco de Mayo next year.
Cinco de Mayo next year, wouldn't that be huge for Billy Joe and Canelo? As David Diamante said in the background there, 8 fights are on the card. Cody Peterson first to the scales.
$148.6 for Peterson, 148.6 for Peterson.
148.6, Cody Peterson there. From Liberty, Missouri, Cody. Only won 1 of 6.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the stage.
Has had a bit of a fanfare this week.
By knockout fighting out of Staten Island, New York. He's an incredible young prospect, the Albanian Bear. Give it up for Rashad Mati.
I sat next to the Albanian Bear at the press conference yesterday, Rashad Mati. What a nice guy. But I tell you what, he's pretty savage in a ring, Matt. And they are, New York's your area. You know that ground very well. And they breathe him tough. And he's alongside Nikita Abayev as well. You know, they've got a good stable. He's a real prospect. I'm beating him 4.
He is in Abayev as well, like you said there, Adam. It's a real upcoming gym in the New York area. New York, like everywhere in boxing, has hot times when it goes off the boil a bit. But this Brooklyn and their gym in particular is really producing some good fighters right now. And it looks like it's a comeback is on the way.
Yep, made just over the welterweight limit. This Rashad Mati from Staten Island, originally from Albania, in with Cody Peterson from Missouri.
21 years old. You can see the strategy by getting the youngsters on the bill to attract the youngsters.
Saturday Night Staples Center.
Yeah, he's put some of his biggest prospects here, hasn't he, Eddie? Obviously.
Great move. It's a great move to try and get his fighters to learn what they can from the top of the bill.
Yeah, Mati, Abayev, Pacheco, there's some good prospects here. They've all looked really impressive, what we've seen. In fights that you'd expect them to win, but the manner of victory, they've good amateur backgrounds as well, and this is a good platform for
You
them.
learned on some of the biggest shows, didn't you? And when you were coming on, there was a bit of a fanfare when you turned pro. Everyone
Our next contest is brought to you.
Experienced these big arenas, didn't you?
Yeah, you know, Joe Calzaghe undercards, Ricky Hatton undercards, Scott Harrison, all those big fights at the time in the UK. And it was great to do the 6-round fights and the 8-round fights, building your profile on the undercard, building your experience, developing, stepping up each time, and being part of the big occasion, because it's not just the fights, it's being part of the press conference, the weigh-in, the publicity around it. You've got to soak that up as well, otherwise you could be overawed when you get to that big stage.
Now this is an interesting fight on the card. From Colombia, here comes Hugo Berrio. He's had 37 fights. He's very experienced, been around
Badu
since
Jack's
2009.
You've got everybody stood there.
He was saying at the press conference yesterday that Ronnie Rios will know who I am. He's going to upset the apple cart. He is 33, but again, as we're saying, for all of these guys, especially the challengers and the ones on the right side of the bill, Johnny, it's a magnificent opportunity.
He's won 28 of his 37 fights, knocked 18 of them out, so he can punch, he can box. So it's not a pushover, it's not a one-sided fight. And this is what they want to see if you're going to put something on like this.
Nice roll of the R's from David Diamante. It's Ronnie Rios, popular fighter, 29. He's won 31 of 34. Here comes Berrio. Real interesting match this in the super bantamweight division.
121.6 for Berrio. 121.6 for the challenger Hugo Berrio.
Just inside the 122-pound marker. Because we're in America, David reading it out in pounds.
California, the reigning NABF Super Bantamweight champion, Ronnie Rios.
Yep, 4 years younger, almost as many fights.
120.6 for Rios. 120.6 for Ronnie Rios.
When he's light, he's coming very light, Rios there, but in terrific shape. Chiseled and ready. Rios and Berrio will come face to face now. Eddie was saying it's a fight he really likes this.
Of course, and again, fighters are going to want to shine and try and steal the show as well. Both fighters are getting together now. Rio, the slightly shorter of the two, but he does look well within the weight.
Rios from Santa Ana here in California against Hugo Berrio. That's a good fight at super bantamweight.
12 rounds for the NABF WBA Gold Super Bantamweight Championship Saturday night here at Staples Center.
And while David takes a breath, we're going to bring another YouTube star in. It's Gib.
Oh, hi, how you doing? Konnichiwa, what are you saying?
Now, we know you were in Hawaii until very recently,
Yes.
but you've flown in.
Yes.
You made it.
I've made it. Just. I'm excited to see how these boys are going to turn out. So how many cards away are they again, sorry?
So we've got 8 fights on the bill.
Yeah.
That's the second fight they've weighed in.
Okay.
So is your interest just about KSI and Logan Paul? Are you interested in seeing Devin Haney and Billy Joe?
You want the honest answer? I'm really invested in the main event. Obviously, it'll be a good watch to see Devin Haney and Billy Joe Saunders. It'll be a good watch, but I'm excited to see how it's going to go. I'm excited to see the main event. Sorry, main event. Sorry, the noise flusters me a little bit.
Batista.
It's a great buzz though, isn't it, Gib, that you've got your YouTube stars here, you've got your boxing stars. Tomorrow night, I think there's going to be a real mixture of celebs here at the Staples Center, because that's what these guys bring to the party, don't they?
Yeah, 100%. So I'm glad that a lot of YouTubers are now getting involved, such as with the stuff with Sky Sports. It's bringing it, it's making it more organic. Do you get what I mean? So it's becoming more interesting. I'm liking it. There's going to be a lot of people in the crowd, so very excited, very excited.
Section of Brooklyn, New York. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome White Chocolate Nikita Bobby. Now to the scale, ladies and gentlemen, Jonathan Batista.
Jonathan Batista.
163.6 for Batista, 163.6 pounds for Jonathan Batista.
Yep, just over the middleweight limit. That's fine.
Now, ladies and gentlemen,
Non-title fight.
the undefeated charge from Brooklyn, New York, Nikita White Chocolate Bobby.
Yeah, really exciting fight.
160.6 for Bobby, 160.6 for Nikita Bobby.
You know much about his background that you can inform me on?
Yeah, he's a big puncher. He's one of these guys coming out of New York, and they're really hot, the New York gyms at the moment. I think that Eddie Hearn and Matchroom have made a good signing there, because he's not the best talker outside of the ring. Nikita, he's quite a shy guy, but in the ring, he really delivers. He's a big puncher, big body shots, and he's really exciting. Plus, he looks a bit like Logan Paul.
He does. I was just about to say that.
We did see him in the public workout.
Oh!
We did see him in the public workout, looked pretty cool, but pretty on point. Of course, this young man coming through now, they've got to try and get under his skin.
I think Gib wants you to shut up because he's quite excited about what he just saw.
Sorry, I didn't hear what
You haven't seen the kid in action. Don't blink.
There you go. Wasn't expecting that. Little.
Who did the push? I just called the game. Who did the push? No one saw?
No, you know, both fighters are getting head to head. He just got silly. And that's all. I think they're probably learning off your boys as well.
Well, while you're on the trip to Hawaii, we did have, I'm sure you've seen it many, many times, we did have the shove between KSI and Logan Paul.
Yes.
There was a few maths questions that Logan was asking him, and he did sort of, you know, at one point, I think it was 10 times 10 was the final straw, and he pushed him away from him, but, you know, it's
You
all
know what? You know what though? Logan has it coming. He has it coming. Logan shoved JJ in 2 other press conferences. Time that he gets a shove back. You push back. That's what my mother always taught me.
Augusta, Georgia, please welcome Aaron Casper.
Listen here, man. My mama always told me, somebody hit you, hit their ass back. Don't be a pussy. No, she didn't. She actually told me somebody hit me, I better go tell the teacher. But growing up, I realized I was a man. You feel me? And I was a boy growing up to be a man, and I had to act like a man to get treated like one. You feel me? So I had to take matters into my. God damn, I sound so. Never mind. But yeah, I had to take matters into my own hand, fight my battles, and guess what? I earned my respect. I was never picked on in school. I was only picked on twice. And it wasn't really, the second one wasn't even really picked on because I used to roast kids all the time, but that shit just, you feel me? Girl put
Casper.
Hold up. You know, like at the end of the school year, they give you a shirt. You know, you get everybody in the class to sign it. This bitch put fat ass in the back of it. I used to be fat. Because of that, that was 7th grade year, 8th grade year. I came like skinny as hell, and then from there on I've been skinny all my life. And then when high school ended, I got a little bit of weight, but I dropped it. Right now I'm just really working on getting muscle, but I used to be like big, but you know, I dropped a lot of weight. You know what I'm saying? Motivation.
Very well schooled, good long levers, straight shots, but mixes it up head and body. Lovely left uppercut as well. Very, very exciting prospect. And
he looks like a baby, doesn't he? He looks like a baby.
And so baby-faced. He hasn't even got anywhere near his man strength yet. He's going to be, and he's already knocking people out. You know, his shot selection, his variety. He's a big prospect.
Center, 6 rounds, super middleweights.
Yeah, really exciting prospects. 3 or 4 of them on this
Not one
card at the Staples Center, the famous Staples Center, which has got the LA Lakers in, I think, tonight. You're trying to squeeze in, aren't you?
I think I've managed to get the hustle on LA Lakers against Miami.
I think Gibbs got more chance of getting a seat than you at the LA Lakers tonight. What do you reckon?
I'm his bag man.
You got more clout than Johnny?
No, you can't do him like that. Johnny's the guy. Johnny's the guy.
Both making their professional boxing debut, but they're both MMA fighters. So let's bring them both up to the stage right now. 2 and 2 as an MMA career, fighting out of Huntington Beach, California. Please welcome Tyler Smith.
Now here's something different.
Smith.
Couple of MMA fighters. So while not huge in the YouTube world, there is something here for the YouTube audience to look at as well, because MMA, you know, UFC, boxing, it seems like you guys want to do something that's a combat sport that's different, that gives you that, I don't know, that goal, that structure, that determination.
100%. It's something that's completely different. The YouTube's always striving for things different. We've done big charity events in the past, such as football charity, basketball, but now it's moved on to boxing, and there's actually an event that's coming up, an MMA event, so it's all turned out quite well for the YouTube side, and there's big movements happening.
Tyler Smith. 199.4 pounds for Tyler Smith.
Just inside the cruiserweight limit, Johnny's old weight. And have a look at this fella. And we saw him work out the other night.
Social media star, the MMA fighter from Detroit, Michigan, Josh Bruckner.
Bruckner, he was
192.2.
working out with his top off. It was more of a shape and a posing session there. He was doing the pads with his coach. And I thought, you know what, this guy's very novice, but you never know.
He did look novice in the ring. We were picking up on that the other night when we watched him at the workouts. You know, he looks fantastic, and he had fast hands, but he was a bit stiff upper body.
Yeah.
And
that's what Matt and myself were talking ringside, and we said, if he goes into fight like that, that's the worst thing you can do. He needs to be able to. Very novice. He was doing working out with his top off.
Wait, and have a look at this fella. And we saw him work out the other night.
Social media star, the MMA fighter from Detroit, Michigan, Josh Bruckner.
Bruckner, he was
192.2.
working out with his top off. It was more of a shape and a posing session there. He was doing the pads with his coach. And I thought, you know what, this guy's very novice, but you know.
That it does take a long time to adapt into the professional game. A lot of people have been kickboxers, MMA before, but you can't just sort of turn to it and expect massive success.
You're right. It would have been good to see him fight Sensei, but I'm pretty sure this will still help his career out tremendously that he's on this card.
So right now, let's go ahead and bring up the fighters for this contest. 12 rounds of boxing scheduled for the WBO Super Middleweight Championship of the World. Introducing up first to the stage, undefeated, 28-0-1, 15 knockouts, de Quilmes, Buenos Aires, Argentina. Introducing Marcelo El Terrible Coceres.
Marcelo Coceres, been very respectful all week, calls himself El Terrible. We remember one great Eric Morales who went under that nickname. This guy is unbeaten, but he's not really faced anyone. Never fought outside of Argentina, so really the man from your old gym, Johnny, Billy Joe Saunders, it's his really to showcase.
I was sat with Billy Joe about an hour ago, just waiting for this. Looked very relaxed. He brought over quite a crew, quite a crowd. He said all the puzzles are falling, all the bits are falling together, and he feels very comfortable with this. My brief for Billy is that he needs a high-risk challenge in front of him for us to see the best of him. He'll go through emotions, go through gears slowly but surely, but he's a very confident young fight, but he needs that edge.
It's a great moment for Billy Joe Saunders in the foothills of Hollywood and underneath the Staples Center here. This is Billy Joe's American debut, and can he take care of this unbeaten fighter?
168, bang on.
How does he look?
He looks good. He's here with his dad, he's here with his friends, very relaxed. Weight-wise, you know he's happy with league because now, look at that smile on his face when he steps on. You know he's comfortable with it.
Saunders.
Yes,
167.4 pounds for the champion. 167.4 for Billy Joe Saunders.
Yeah, he's in great shape, Billy Joe, and mentally and physically, if he's absolutely right, he's very, very tough to fight. He's unbeaten, remember, a two-weight champion, and he's after Canelo. He doesn't want to talk about anybody else, just Canelo Alvarez.
Yeah, and rightly so. He's a fantastic mover, very great footwork, very, very clever fighter, real crafty southpaw. Last time he boxed on primetime American television was 2 years ago against David Lemieux, and he looked an absolute $1 million, putting on a masterclass. He's been inactive since. This is his chance now to go out there and put on a great performance, get the win, and land that Canelo fight.
And a bit like his good mate Tyson Fury, he's got that flexibility, hasn't he? The natural boxing talent, the skills that have been honed from a very, very young age. And that, if you look at the YouTubers and everyone else that's trying to get involved in boxing, you see that sort of pedigree and you know why they go far.
Yeah, if you're teaching a young kid how to box, you say watch Billy Joe Saunders, hit and don't get hit. David Lemieux, we all know the little gimmick he done when he pulled it, as if to look into the crowd to see where that's missed. If Billy Joe Saunders doesn't want you to hit him, you are not hitting him, and it's important that he looks good here, though.
Do you think he's got a chance now against the likes of Canelo, Golovkin, Callum Smith? A real chance?
Yeah, I think he beats Golovkin now. A couple of years ago, I wouldn't have said that, but I think Golovkin has deteriorated. Billy Joe's stepped up a few notches, and I think on his night, Billy Joe would beat Golovkin now. Canelo, not so sure.
As you prepare to make your American debut here, how would you describe your first week here in the United States?
Listen, it's the fans and all the Americans have been very loving of me, so Saturday night I'm going to put a good show, hopefully a knockout, so tune in, it's going to be a good show, and watch me do the business.
Yeah, that was a nice prediction there. A knockout prediction for Billy Joe Saunders, a whole new audience to introduce yourself to. If you could describe Billy Joe Saunders in one quick sentence, how would you do so?
A sexy motherfucker.
Enough said, ladies and gentlemen. Real quick, I think we should probably end the interview on that note. But what can we expect to see from you in the ring tomorrow night?
You can see silky skills, you'll see the best coming from the UK, so tune in, don't miss it. God bless everybody.
I don't know whether
Let's
we
hear it
apologise
for
for
the sexy
language on the
mofo.
YouTube channel, but if you're offended, I'm sure you probably wasn't. It was all tongue-in-cheek, and you know what? Eddie Hearn was laughing. Billy Joe's a character, but he's a really good fighter, Johnny.
He is, and that character is part of his confidence as well. He knows what he's capable of doing. When he's on form, when he feels like it, the guy is slick, southpaw. He's only 30
Ladies and
years
gentlemen,
old,
it's time.
and he's one of the few fighters that have settled into our gym well and handled his own and owned who he is.
It's being brought to you courtesy of Mr. Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing USA, and this bout is also in association with GHP Promotions. That's
Billy Joe Saunders was kind of third, fourth maybe. I think that's changed now. I think Golovkin isn't the fighter he was anymore. I think Billy Joe has improved, and I really hope he gets that fight with Canelo.
The challenger, 12-0, 4 knockouts. He's fighting out of Fajardo, Puerto Rico, by way of Moca, República Dominicana. He's a former WBC Feakerbox lightweight champion and the WBA Fed Latin Super Featherweight champion, Alfredo Ojo Santiago.
He's got a surprise, Santiago. Look at his hair. He showed us this morning. He has changed dramatically since the press conference yesterday, and there's a lot of support for him. Devin Haney, a huge favourite of the American public and of a lot of people around the world, but this guy's unbeaten. You can't take him lightly.
You know, Adam, you can change your hairstyle, you can change what you're saying. It's when the bells go, that's what makes all the difference. And he's going in there against a potential pound-for-pound fighter. And yeah, if I was in his division, I'd want to fight him now before he's a finished article in Devin Haney. But for Santiago, he knows, this is his chance to set the apple cart, and hopefully it's been overlooked.
Many consider to become the next great superstar in our sport. He's undefeated, 23-0, 15 knockouts, fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada. He's the reigning, defending, undefeated WBC lightweight champion of the world, Devin the Dream Haney.
Once in a while,
Haney.
once in a generation, fighters come along and they've just got something about them. A sparkle, a look, and very few faults in the ring. He's learning the ropes outside of the ring as a communicator, as a real interesting character as well, Devin. But we've been following him for a long time. Santiago looking good on the scales, ripped to perfection. But Haney has been doing this for a long time.
WBC lightweight
check him
champion of the world, Devin the Dream Haney. 135 pounds for Devin the Dream Haney.
And he's got the smile. Do you know what I mean about that little sparkle, that little something?
He's got that X factor. He's not just a world champion. He's got superstardom written all over him. He's only 20 years old. That's his first belt of many. He's going to win world titles in numerous weight divisions, and he's going to build a huge following as he does it.
And he'll feel the champion once the final bell gone. I know he won the title over via a phone call. No fighter wants to get it that way, but he knows he was the heir apparent.
There's a lot of banter going from the Puerto Rican fans who are shouting "and the new," and here they come together. Another battle of the unbeatens for you, Sky Sports box office, Saturday night. Do not forget, under a tenner, Sky Sports box office. You're going to get to see one of the great fighters of this generation, Devin Haney. And can he end the zero of Santiago?
Lightweight championship of the world. Eddie Hearn's Matchroom Boxing USA, Devin Haney Promotions, live on DAZN and Sky Sports box office.
So the boxing big fights are done. The 2 world championships. It's time now to start thinking again as they wait to come up onto the platform and get onto the scales. KSI and Logan Paul. All of these a subplot to what happens with KSI Logan Paul. Devin Haney first.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I had a great training camp. You know, I'm looking forward to Saturday night, putting on another great performance, and he won't last 12.
He won't last 12. How long do you predict he will last?
I don't know, but I know that he won't go 12.
A lot of people have pegged you as the future of boxing. With a big win tomorrow night, do you think this could make you a crossover star?
Definitely. You know, I'm one of the biggest names in boxing. I am world champion, the youngest world champion in boxing, and Saturday night I will prove to the world that I'm one of the best fighters in the world.
A lot of new boxing fans out there. Obviously, you fight in a lighter division. Can you just describe what it's like to make weight?
Making weight is the hardest part about boxing. You know, going in the ring and fighting, that's the fun part, but making weight is the hardest part. But I made it. I would never lose my title on the scale. I'm a true champion.
And what's the best part?
Winning.
Winning. There we have it. Devin Haney, let's hear it for him.
Well, he's been a winner so far. Unbeaten as a pro in 23 fights, 15 knockouts for Devin Haney. And now the stage is set. Gib, you're in from Hawaii. You're ready to rumble.
I am. I know both sides of the camps do not like each other, the teams. It got very heated. Was it yesterday? I'm excited what's going to happen now. It's all going to happen.
Yeah, Vidal Riley, Shannon Briggs, not a lot of love there between the pair of them. Vidal, young, professional. Gib, come around here.
All right, oh, hello.
That's
Sorry.
it. We all want to see you and Joe here join us again. A lot of heat between the two of them. Vidal, obviously much more sort of young in the game. Shannon Briggs, late 40s, former world heavyweight champion. I mean, he's been around forever. He's been entertaining and annoying us in equal measures, I think. But
you know what he can't handle? He's new to this YouTube world and he's getting baited and baited and baited, and he just keeps happening. Like, he's meant to be this world heavyweight champion, but he's looking like a little bit of a clown.
But see, I think this is all part of his calculated thing. He's trying to come across as annoying, irritating. He wants JJ to be like fed up with him and get him to go away, because then he's in the head of JJ and his camp, you know?
Do you reckon he's irritated with Vidal?
What? Shannon is?
Briggs?
Yeah, 100%. I think Vidal. No, I think Vidal has annoyed Shannon.
Oh, got
you. Know what I mean?
Got you.
You know, Vidal's staying calm. He's staying, composed. He's not biting to anything. And Shannon wants to get them sort of angry. But JJ's reacting more than Vidal. But I do think Vidal will be showing JJ, the calm, composed approach. Because when you're level-headed, that's when you can operate at your best.
Facts. Yeah, wonderful voice of Michael Buffer behind us. Can you believe that now Michael Buffer is involved? I know he was at the first fight, but he really is the man who's called so many great boxing fights over the last 30, 40 years, and he is in charge of this one to bring them to the ring.
It's unbelievable.
It's
absolutely unbelievable. It's absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah, like obviously he was at the last one, and I have a funny story. He, I was commentating. He came up to me and was like, sorry. He came up to me and knocked on my shoulder and he was like, "Who you got?" And I respect that, he made that time. He got to know all of us, all the YouTube guys, and it's great to see him here again.
I can see Logan walking in right now in a white Maverick hoodie. Exciting bloody times.
On YouTube, viewed by tens of millions. A great audience will be watching everything that happens tomorrow night. So first up to the scales. He comes to us from fighting out of Los Angeles, California, by way of White Lake, Ohio, representing the United States of America, actor, recording star, video star, YouTube sensation, Logan, the Maverick Paul!
Well, here he comes, and he is decked out, Logan Paul. He loves that look, doesn't he?
He does. Oh, the excitement's happening now.
It's amazing that it's happening. The nerves, it'll all be settling in now. This is it. This is the last time that they're going to see each other before they go at it.
He comes to us from Watson, London, England. He's the United Kingdom's #1 social media YouTube superstar. He is the Nightmare KSI.
That's my guy.
That's your guy, Gib. It's a lot of people's guy here. He's had huge support, KSI, from all around the world. Joe's been talking to people from Australia, from Denmark, from Saudi Arabia. They have traveled everywhere to support JJ KSI. Logan Paul's backyard. He lives here in California. He lives in a big mansion. It's a bit more like a commune, a frat house. It's crazy in there. I got in there for a couple of hours and then had to get out again.
Oh, let's see who's. I'm seeing who has taken their training into the fight. Who has learned the most?
Oh, cruiserweight limit of 200 pounds. And the feeling.
Logan's got a sweaty bum.
The feeling all week is that Logan Paul will have a hefty size advantage. He looks immaculate, in great shape. Doesn't mean he can box, but it means he looks terrific.
I'll say this, Logan dancing around, you know, not able to stay still. Logan, well, JJ doing the same. You know, they are both going to be nervous at this point.
Ohio, representing the United States of America. The limit for this contest, cruiserweights 200 pounds, stepping onto the scale. Logan, the Maverick Paul.
If KSI is smart, he's going to bring
Here comes the Maverick. Logan Paul.
199.4 pounds for Logan the Maverick Paul.
I think Shannon's happy about that.
Unbelievable. As you can
6
see,
rounds of boxing in
great
the
shape, to be
cruiserweight
honest.
division.
It's unreal.
Next onto the scales,
a few months ago.
from Watson, London, England, he is the Nightmare KSI.
Logan Paul a lot heavier than he was when they fought last summer. Let's see about KSI.
193.2 pounds for the Nightmare KSI.
Well, much lighter KSI.
Together for 6 rounds.
Yeah, that's
over 6 pounds
Both
lighter, but he looks in
fighters
great nick.
professional.
He's in great shape. Look
yeah,
at him go.
I mean,
The Nightmare.
he looks up for it. He's ready to rumble. They both are.
Both ready to get him, man. Exciting.
At the moment, JJ about half a stone lighter than Logan. Gonna be lighter on his feet, probably more agile.
Logan Paul a lot of bouncing. When I saw him this morning, he had the headphones in, he had the hood up. He's really changed a little bit in the last couple of days. The serious head's got on. KSI seems very relaxed to me.
Logan, you know, bouncing around, doing all that. Is that just nervous energy? Is he expending unnecessary energy right now?
So they're going to come head to head and remember what happened yesterday. Will there be any more maths quizzes today?
Final time before they meet in the ring here at Staples Center. All brought to you by Eddie Hearn for Matchroom Boxing.
Well, look at this head to head.
USA.
Boy, you love this.
Posing their stances.
TV in the UK.
Oh, JJ not looking Logan in the eye. Probably means nothing. They're both so focused, both so ready. This is it.
Logan the Maverick Paul, the Nightmare KSI. 6 rounds in the cruiserweight division.
Eddie
Tomorrow
Hearn's
night,
loving it.
popping off a fantastic card of world-class professional boxing for your entertainment.
The final time they will come head to head before tomorrow night at the
Millions
Staples
saw
Center.
their first fight.
Logan's
This
trying to
time
mimic
it's in
him.
the pro ranks.
That's real funny.
Once again, millions will be watching, and it's all here at Staples Center, USA.
I tell you what, you YouTubers know how to pose, don't you?
Of course we do. The personalities are there.
Yeah.
The personalities are there.
JJ smiling, looking confident, you know, dancing like he always does. It's good to see. He seems in the right place.
100%.
Both of them have trained frenetically hard. Again, we don't know how they'll box, so we can't expect too much. They are novice pros. Do not forget that. First time ever, 10-ounce gloves, and also in without head guards. Ethan's joined us again. How did you feel that head-to-head went before we hear from Logan?
It was interesting to see. You didn't really see, not as much as I was expecting to see, considering that they are about to meet each other in the ring tomorrow. This is the last opportunity to really look at each other dead in the eyes. So I'm very surprised by the lack of interaction, but they're passing now. They're ready to go.
All right, first of all, who's here for Logan Paul? Okay, here we go. There was a little bit of chatter there in the face-off. Can you tell us what was said?
He's been saying the same thing every time, like he's gonna end me and all this stuff. What did I tell him? Oh, I told him Eddie's gonna get in trouble because Eddie's letting him get hurt. I love you, Eddie. I hope you don't get in too much trouble. Yeah, same old, same old. I'm kind of done with the smack talking. It's time to let my fists talk. I don't like being a dick, to be honest. I like just beating people up, and unfortunately, he's gonna feel that tomorrow.
But you are pretty good at the trash talk. Both of you are, and that's what has made this entire thing so entertaining.
Yeah, we're really good at that.
Okay, so you put on some muscle mass since that first match. Some hardcore boxing fans may say that would make you less agile in the ring. What's your response to that?
Nah, I perform the best of my natural weight. I walk around like 205, and I weighed in at 199. So just sheer athletic power. Last year I was cutting a little too much weight.
Okay, this is the last time you'll get to see KSI before you step into the ring tomorrow night. What's your message to the fans, and what is your message to that man over there?
Hey, everyone, make sure you come to the Staples Center tomorrow. If you can't make it, download the Zone. Watch me beat this man repeatedly on his giant forehead. The bandana comes off tomorrow, my friend.
Let's hear it for Logan Paul, everyone.
Logan the Maverick Paul. Now we're going to hear from KSI, the Nightmare, KSI.
Okay, KSI, you just heard what Logan Paul had to say. What's your response to that?
It's over for him. Like, literally, he should have beat me in the last fight. That was his best opportunity. And now this time it's over for him. Like, yeah, I mean, look at my team, man. My team is stacked. I got Larry Wade. He's trained Sean Porter. He's currently training Luis Ortiz. I've got Jeff Mayweather as my trainer as well. I've got Vidal Riley, Leon Williams. I got Stitch Duran as my cut man. Like, look at the team. I'm stacked. He has Shannon Briggs. He has a hype man. It's over for him. It's literally over.
Okay, so the trash talk definitely continues on this side. Logan Paul is responding as well.
No, but they can train me. They can train me. They're training me, though. We'll see. We'll get in the ring and we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, go for it.
Okay, he's calling out Jeff Mayweather, asking why he said he's not a real fighter. We will deal with that tomorrow night in the ring. After all the talk, after all the hype.
You heard what he said. He said you can't fight either. You can't
okay,
fight,
guys.
Bro. You got a jab and that's it. Once I get rid of the jab, it's over, bro.
How do you plan?
You can't fight backwards.
How do you plan on getting rid of the jab?
Backwards.
How do you plan on getting rid of the jab?
No, I'm not gonna unleash my secrets.
Okay.
But he knows he's finished, bro. You know, bro. You don't know how to box. You don't know anything about boxing.
Logan, do you have anything you want to add?
No. Yeah, see,
100.
There we go.
10 times 10, 100. I'll take care of the math here. I brought my abacus, people. Okay, the trash talk continues.
You don't understand. You don't understand the levels, bro. You don't understand the level. You're surface level. You're surface level when it comes to boxing. You're surface level. Bro. You don't even, do you have moves ready? Yeah, one time. No. Okay, all right, calm. I won't say anymore. My man don't even know about the pace of fighting. It's done, man. It's done.
Okay, do you have anything final to say here? This is your opportunity.
It's over for him. Watch. Tomorrow it's going to be sick.
Shot at redemption, 6 times 5?
30. Calm.
30. He got it! Let's hear it for KSI, everyone.
Well, it showed he did go to school in Watford, after all. He told me actually a few weeks ago that he wasn't the most athletic at school. He didn't excel at football or anything else. So it's a fantastic moment for him to be in that sort of shape on this sort of stage. I mean, it's incredible, really, isn't it?
I think you can just see both guys stepping on the scales and really performing today, that they have put a lot of work into this, and you can see that in their physical shape and just the determination to now get in the ring and go ahead with it.
Yeah, I mean, Logan Paul, big as we expected, a good few pounds heavier than KSI, and on the night as well. That's going to take a toll, providing he uses it in the right way.
Without a doubt, Logan, he looks like a Greek god, he talks like it. He is the all-American, textbook, if you will. But that confidence, that blind confidence that both of them seem to be demonstrating, they're dismissing each other completely. Is that are they overlooking each other is the question.
I mean, look, it's so exciting because it's the anticipation up there, and I think they were pretty quiet today. But it was interesting what KSI was saying about his team being stacked. You know, Larry Wade, who we know works for Sean Porter, training Luis Ortiz. That's a fight coming up on Sky in a couple of weeks. Don't miss that. Callum Smith in Liverpool, Luis Ortiz over in the States. That's against Deontay Wilder. Smith fights Ryder. Great double header that night. Larry Wade involved. Stitch Duran, who we've known for years, been in the corner for so many greats. Recently the Klitschko's. And then also, obviously, Jeff Mayweather, who Logan's taken that, hasn't he? And he said, like, Jeff doesn't say you're a real fighter. I think he probably means to say, look, you're not a real fighter coming in and we got to make you one. Yeah. But he's taken that and he's goading him with that. But the team is stacked, but the team can't fight for him.
Exactly, the team can't fight for him. And I mean, we don't really see much more than Shannon Briggs, so we don't really know who else is behind the scene on Logan's team. But what we do know is that JJ, like, fortunately for him, he's got very talented people in his corner that all know the ins and outs of boxing because they've been around it for such a long time.
Yeah, he's done everything he could have done. Vidal told me earlier today that, you know, we have set it up for him. He has ticked the boxes. He has had all the support, the right conditioning, the right nutrition, the right sparring. It's now up to him.
Yeah. Without a doubt. And I think, like, both guys will have been going through, you know, very, very hard situations. I would have.
I don't like that. The fact they smoking cigarettes. Y'all niggas already know. Kids gonna see this shit and go in there and do the same shit, fuck around and get cancer.
Almost hope that they've hit rock bottom to experience that. If they're not fully prepared to take punishment and potentially be put.
I'll be posting more today, but nah, that'll be the end of the video, man. Be blessed out here in these streets.
Down and get back up and go through whatever they're hit with, you know, that could be, you know, the telling part. But I believe they're both so prepared. You know, JJ, seeing where he came from, out of shape, never you know, an athletic guy, and now he's here, Staples Center, professional boxing. You know, you can't do anything but respect it. Same with Logan. They're both millionaires. They don't have to do this. I believe something's kicking off right now.
I think this is between the teams again.
Something's
I'm
cooking
pretty
off.
certain that this is between the teams.
Vidal?
Big Neil's got involved there.
Who is this? Vidal and someone.
It's Vidal.
Is it Vidal and Shannon
someone.
or?
Oh no.
It's really kicked off over here now.
Yeah.
This is how you can tell there's so many emotions and it's all really flared up. And as you know, this is the last time they're going to see each other before they go to war.
Yep.
Be interesting.
There's been a lot. Jake Paul just leaving. There's been a lot of tension between Shannon and Vidal, the two trainers. It's gone back a long way as well. Shannon Briggs, world champion. Yeah, but it's Vidal and Shannon Briggs again. And you know, I mean, Shannon just he does it. You know, he does entice this sort of stuff, doesn't he?
I think you could tell yesterday that I think Shannon had reached the end of his tether. You could tell he said that it was disrespectful and that he really wasn't liking what Vidal was saying. But Vidal was just playing that mental game along with what Shannon was doing. But it's going to be interesting to hear or see if there's any footage of this being captured.
Well, we'll try and get that footage later. We'll load it up on YouTube. These boys will be right round it. We can't get there at the moment because of the security. Jake Paul out of here. I think...
So I have here Shannon Briggs's actual hat that he was just wearing that's been taken off his head because Vidal and Shannon Briggs have just had a full-on scuffle.
They've had a scuffle and you've ended up with a lucky hat. Let's go, champ.
Mate, keep that on your head.
Let's go, champ. Let's go, Joe.
There we go.
Mate. You're involved with the movement.
Let's go, Joe. Let's go. That's it. Absolutely. Does any of this mean anything when it comes to the fight?
I think it's all forgotten tomorrow. I think as soon as they wake up in the morning, this is all behind them and they will be really just trying to hone themselves in and focus on the task at hand because this is all the drama around it, but it's now time to do the real thing.
Joe Logan was telling us on the red carpet, even as early as Monday night, that he didn't really want more of this interviewing and he loves being interviewed. I mean, we went round to his place and had a good time with him and he was chewing the fat in a great place, but this week it's all about fight ahead. And he seems just absolutely intent on delivering a dramatic performance here.
Without a doubt. And I think all of this that you're seeing, it's calculated as part of that. You know, Shannon Briggs pushing Vidal to that is what they've been trying to do all week. Get Vidal to snap and it will have a subconscious effect on the whole team of KSI. Will it? We don't know. But all I know is that the different tactics that JJ was doing on fight week, in my fight, you know, on stage, the way they were laughing at me, and I didn't say anything. I thought consciously, this ain't having, no effect. I'm focused, but it did. Like, it straight up did. And that'll be the interesting thing. Has that shaken up Team KSI at all?
Put the hat on. and let's do your Shannon Briggs impression. Come on, Joe.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Whack that on.
Here we go. Ready? We'll leave it with you, Joe.
Let's go, champ! Nice work, Joe.
Let's go, champ! I'm serious. There we go. Ethan, final thoughts.
It's going to be very interesting to see how it pans out tomorrow once the walkouts start happening. It's going to be very interesting to see how both fighters are feeling once they finally step through the ropes and they're in there waiting for that first bell to go. It's going to be interesting to just observe the body language of both of them, and then whoever can get to work in the quickest and set the pace for the fight. I'm just very, very, very interested to see how this all goes down.
It's intriguing. It's fascinating. The security are trying to cut us short here because I think of what's happened, but there'll be no more drama before tomorrow night. It's Sky Sports Box Office, the place to see it. Devin Haney defending his world lightweight title. Billy Joe Saunders, the two-weight champion from Britain, defending his world title and looking for a shot at Canelo. And then the fight that everybody is talking about. Love it, loathe it, like it, whatever you think of it, you'll be watching. It's KSI and Logan Paul from the Staples Center, and the boys will be back with me tomorrow night.
Let's try and find the footage of what just happened.
Logan Paul loses. Man, he's got some to Logan Paul. Logan Paul is just making shapes. He's convinced himself he's a real fighter. He's not one. And I think KSI
Fighting out of Los Angeles, California by way
thing every time. Yeah, no, it's over for him.
Respond. Logan, do you have anything you mentioned? 6 times 5?
Well, I guess this would be it. I'm trying to find it, but it probably won't be out for like in about like another 10 more minutes. There's no point. But yeah, this would be it. Thank you for watching and have a good day, man. Slack.